There is a room you spend all your time in. You wake up in this room, you go to work in this room, you eat dinner in this room, and you try to sleep in this room. The walls are covered in graffiti scribbles of past regrets, projections of future catastrophes, lists of things you haven't done, and arguments you haven't won. The room is crowded, noisy, and incredibly small. It smells of stale anxiety and old memories. You think this room is the whole world. You think you are trapped inside it. But this room is not made of brick or concrete. It is made of thoughts. This room is your mind, and the tragedy of your life. The silent, invisible tragedy that is eating you alive is that you believe you are the room. You believe that the voice talking incessantly in your head is you. Let's talk about that voice. You know the one. It is the narrator that never sleeps. It starts the moment your eyes open in the morning. Before you have even felt the sheets against your skin, the voice is there briefing you on the day's dangers. You didn't sleep enough. You're going to be tired. You have that meeting at 10 a.m. Did you reply to that email? What if they didn't like your tone? You need to lose weight. Look at your face. You're getting old. On and on it goes. A relentless stream of commentary, judgment, and comparison. If you had a roommate who followed you around 24 hours a day, critiquing your every move, bringing up embarrassing things you did in 2012, and screaming about problems that haven't happened yet, you would evict them immediately. You would call the police. You would say this person is insane. And yet, this is exactly who you are living with inside your own skull. You are hostage to a madman. And because everyone else around you is also hostage to their own madman, we consider this normal. We call it being a responsible adult. We call it thinking. But I am here to tell you that this is not thinking. This is a disease. This is a compulsive addiction to mental noise. And it is the primary reason for the epidemic of misery that we see in the modern West. We have conquered the external world. We have heated homes, full fridges, and medicine for our bodies. But we have no medicine for the mind. We are comfortable, yet we are in hell. Why? Because we cannot stop the machine. Think about the way you live your life. You are almost never in reality. You are living in a simulation constructed by your thoughts. When you are driving to work, are you aware of the steering wheel? Are you aware of the light hitting the windshield? Are you aware of the other cars as flowing energy numb? You are in a trance. You are replaying an argument you had with your spouse 3 days ago. You are winning the argument in your head, coming up with the perfect comeback that you didn't say at the time. Your body is in the car, but you are in the past. Or maybe you are in the future. You are sitting at a nice dinner with your friends, but you aren't tasting the food. You are worrying about your bank account. You are calculating how you are going to pay for your kids' college tuition in 10 years. You are simulating a recession. You are imagining getting fired. Your body is at the table, but you are in a nightmare that hasn't happened. This is the prison. The prison is the inability to experience the raw, naked reality of the present moment, because you are constantly filtering it through a screen of concepts, labels, and words. You are eating the menu instead of the meal. You are living in the description of the world, not the world itself. And the American mind is particularly susceptible to this. We are a culture of problem solvers. We are engineers of destiny. We believe that if we think hard enough, if we grind hard enough, we can fix anything. So we apply this logic to our own happiness. We think, I am unhappy. Therefore, I must think my way out of unhappiness. I must analyze my trauma. I must figure out the root cause. I must plan a better future. But here is the cosmic joke. You cannot solve the problem of the mind with the mind. That is like trying to bite your own teeth. That is like trying to clean up a muddy pool of water by stirring it with a stick. The more you stir, the muddier it gets. The more you think about your anxiety, the more anxious you become. Why am I anxious? I shouldn't be anxious. Is something wrong with my brain? Maybe I need a new supplement. Maybe I need to journal more. Now you are anxious about being anxious. You have created a feedback loop of hell. This mechanism is what the ancient Taoists warned us about. They understood that the mind is a wonderful servant, but a terrible master. Right now, for most of you, the master has gone insane. It is running the ship, and it is steering you into the rocks over and over again. So how do we escape? How do we break out of a prison that we can't touch? The first step is the most difficult because it requires you to do something that goes against your entire cultural conditioning. You have to stop doing. You have to stop fixing. You have to realize that you, the real you, are not the thinker. Try this experiment with me. Close your eyes for a moment. I want you to ask yourself a question. I wonder what my next thought is going to be. And then, wait. Watch. Look at the space in your mind like a cat watching a mouse hole. What happens? For a few seconds, there is silence. There is a gap. The mind is stunned by the question. In that gap, in that silence, who are you? You are still there. You are alert. You are alive, but you are not thinking. You are the witness. You are the awareness that is watching the mind. This is the key to the cell door. The realization that there are two entities involved here. There is the voice, the stream of thinking, and there is the listener, the awareness. You have spent your whole life identifying with the voice. You think every thought that pops into your head is yours. You think, I am angry, I am sad, I am a failure. But you are not the anger. You are the space in which the anger is happening. You are not the failure. You are the consciousness that notices the thought, I am a failure. Clouds float through the sky. Some clouds are dark and stormy. Some clouds are white and fluffy. But the sky is never the clouds. The sky is the container. You are the sky. But the prison guard, your ego, is very clever. It doesn't want you to realize this. It wants to keep you engaged in the drama. It feeds on your attention. It throws hooks at you. Here comes a hook. Did you turn off the stove? You check. It's off. Here comes another hook. What if you get cancer? You feel a pang of fear. The ego feeds on the fear. Here comes a big one. Nobody really loves you. They are just pretending. You sink into sadness. The ego feeds on the sadness. You are like a fish biting every hook that is dropped into the water. Escaping the prison means learning to see the hook and swimming past it. It means treating your thoughts like background noise. Imagine you are living in an apartment in New York City. Outside your window, there is traffic. Honking sirens shouting. It is noisy. But you don't run to the window every time a car honks and scream, "Why are you honking?" You don't try to analyze every siren. You don't take the traffic personally. You just let it be traffic. It is the background hum of the city. Your thoughts are the traffic of the brain. They are just neural firing. They are just biological static. I'm fat. I'm broke. I'm lonely. Honk, honk, honk. It's just noise. But you take it so personally. You invite the noise in for tea. You argue with it. You wrestle with it. What if you just let it be noise? What if you treated your brain like a crazy radio that is stuck on a doom-scrolling station? You can't turn it off yet, but you can stop listening to it. You can focus on something else. Focus on your hands. Feel the sensation of your hands right now. Feel the tingling of life energy in your fingertips. When you fully feel your body, you stop thinking. You cannot be fully in the body and fully in the mind at the same time. The body is your anchor to the now. The mind always wants to be in the then or the when. Remember when I was happy, past. I'll be happy when I get the promotion, future. But the body is always here. The body is always now. Your breath is happening now. Your heart is beating now. When you descend from the attic of your mind down into the basement of your body, you find peace. It is a biological fact. But let's go deeper. Why are we so addicted to this thinking? Why are we so terrified of silence? Because we are afraid of what we might find if the noise stops. We are afraid of the void. We are afraid of the emptiness. In the American culture, emptiness is seen as a failure. If your calendar isn't full, you are lazy. If your mind isn't busy, you are boring. We have equated doing with being. So we fill every gap. You are waiting for the elevator for 15 seconds. What do? You pull out your phone. You check Instagram. You check the news. You cannot bear 15 seconds of just being standing there. You are feeding the beast. You are training your mind that it must always be processing information. And look at the information we feed it. We feed it outrage. We feed it fear. We feed it the carefully curated highlight reels of other people's lives. We are force-feeding our minds a diet of junk food, and then we wonder why we are mentally obese, sluggish, and sick. Escaping the prison requires a digital detox, yes, but more importantly, it requires a concept detox. It requires you to stop labeling everything. Look at a tree. When you look at a tree, your mind immediately says, tree, oak, green, wood. You have put a label on it. You have categorized it. And once you label it, you stop seeing it. You file it away as known. But try to look at the tree without the word. Look at the explosion of shape and color. Look at the mystery of it. It is a living, breathing being pumping water from the earth to the sky, turning sunlight into sugar. It is a miracle. But you miss the miracle because you are trapped in the word tree. This is how we treat people, too. We label them Republican, Democrat, boss, ex-wife. We don't see the human. We see the concept. And concepts are dead things. Reality is alive. The mind lives in a museum of dead concepts. To escape, you must smash the glass cases and touch the life inside. There is a Zen story about a student who asks his master, "How do I enter the path?" The master asks, "Do you hear the stream?" The student listens and says, "Yes, I hear the stream." The master says, "Enter there." Enter through the sound. Right now, listen to the sounds around you. Don't name them. Just hear the vibration, the hum of the refrigerator, the sound of traffic, the sound of your own breath. When you listen with total intensity, there is no you listening. There is just listening. The separation between subject and object dissolves, and in that dissolution, there is freedom. You see, the ultimate prison is the ego itself. The idea that you are a separate entity cut off from the rest of the universe fighting for survival. This is the root of all anxiety. If you are a wave separate from the ocean, you are terrified of crashing. You are terrified of drying up. You are small and vulnerable. But if you realize you are the ocean, what is there to fear? The wave crashes, but the water remains. Your thoughts are just waves on the surface of your consciousness. Let them crash. Let them rise. Let them fall. Do not be afraid of them. Do not try to control them. Control is the problem. Surrender is the solution. This word surrender is misunderstood in the West. We think it means defeat. We think it means giving up and letting the enemy win. But spiritual surrender is different. It means surrendering the illusion of control. It means acknowledging that you are not the general manager of the universe. You are not even the general manager of your own heartbeat. Life is living you. Breath is breathing you. Thoughts are thinking you. It is a happening. It is a flow. Imagine you are floating in a river. The current is strong. The mind says, I must swim upstream. I must get to where I want to go. I must control the river. So you swim against the current. You get tired. You swallow water. You panic. You feel like you are drowning. This is your life right now. The grind, the hustle. Escaping the prison means realizing that the river knows where it is going. It means turning over and floating on your back. It means looking up at the sky and letting the current carry you. Suddenly, the struggle is gone. You are still moving. In fact, you are moving faster than before, but the effort is gone. This is Wu Wei. Effortless action. You can run your business like this. You can raise your children like this. You can write your book like this. Not from a place of I must force this to happen, but from a place of I am the vessel through which this happens. I know what your mind is saying right now. It is fighting back. The guard is rattling the bars. This is impractical, it screams. If I just float, I'll go broke. I'll be a failure. People will take advantage of me. That is the fear talking. That is the programming. Look at the most successful, radiant people in history. Look at the artists, the mystics, the true leaders. They often speak of being in the zone, in the flow. They speak of ideas coming to them. They are not grinding their gears. They are aligned with the source. When you step out of the mind, you step into intelligence. The mind is a small computer. It can calculate, it can analyze, it can compare, but it cannot create. It cannot love. It cannot understand beauty. The intelligence of the heart, the intelligence of the gut, is infinite. It connects you to the web of life. When you escape the prison of the overthinking mind, you gain access to this greater intelligence. You start having gut feelings that are right. You start seeing synchronicities. You start being in the right place at the right time. So here is your practice. Here is how you file through the bars of the cell. Start small. Create islands of sanity in your day. When you shower, just shower. Feel the water. Smell the soap. Don't have an argument with your mother in the shower. Just be a body underwater. When you drink coffee, just drink coffee. Don't scroll. Don't plan. Just taste the bitterness, the heat, the cream. When you walk to your car, just walk. Feel your feet on the pavement. Look at the sky. Every time you pull your attention out of the mental movie and into the physical reality, you are doing a rep. You are strengthening the muscle of presence. At first, you will only be able to do it for 5 seconds. the mind will drag you back in. Yeah, nice sky. But what about the mortgage? That's okay. Don't beat yourself up. Beating yourself up is just more thinking. Just smile. Say, there is the madman again. And gently, firmly bring your attention back to the breath. Back to the hands. Back to the now. You are deconditioning decades of habit. It takes time. But the door is unlocked. It has always been unlocked. You are not trapped in the room. You are holding the door handle, but you are pulling when you should be pushing. Push the door open. Step out. The world outside your mind is beautiful. It is vibrant. It is forgiving. It is waiting for you. The trees are not worried about the stock market. The birds are not worried about their retirement. The clouds are not worried about their reputation. Join them. Join the great family of things. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your head. It is too heavy, and it is not yours to carry. Put it down if you feel the weight lifting even just a little bit as you listen to this. If you feel a sudden, deep exhale in your chest, then you are ready. You are ready to make the shift from thinker to observer. This channel is dedicated to that shift. We are not here to give you more information to clutter your mind. We are here to help you unclutter it. We are here to help you remember what you knew before the world taught you to worry. I invite you to subscribe. Consider it a commitment to your own freedom. By subscribing, you are planting a flag in the ground of reality. You are saying, I am tired of the simulation. I want the real thing. Join our community of free minds. Let's walk out of the prison together. Tonight, when you lay your head on the pillow and the voice starts its nightly broadcast of worries, try this. Imagine you are lying on a raft in the middle of a calm ocean. The stars are above you. The water is beneath you. The thoughts are just